Hey guys, Coach Justin here with your at-home workout of the day for Wednesday, August 19th. Our prep for today, we're going to start in prone position on our stomach. Like we're ready to do a push-up, but we're just going to pull our elbows up, pinch our shoulder blades together, get your hands off the ground, come back down and repeat relatively quickly, little pulses. We're going to do 30 pulses here, pinching the shoulder blades together, pulling the elbows up towards the ceiling. Next, we're going to be doing 10 reps on each side of a glute march, or 20 reps in total. So what you're going to do is set yourself up, feet are hip width parallel to one another, and brace your core up before you bridge up. From here, you're just going to straighten one leg after the other, trying to maintain that elevation between the hips and the ground, so you're firing the glutes the whole time. So 10 per side or 20 total. Finally, we're going to get into a downward dog position here. So start in a high plank, drive the hips up and back, heels towards the ground, stack that spine, and we're going to walk the dog. So one heel goes down towards the ground, the other goes down towards the ground. I'm pushing the ground away from me with my palms. And we're going to do 10 per side there, or 20 reps total. We'll go through all those three movements for 3 rounds. And that's your prep for today. All right, our strength for today. So you're gonna need a grocery basket or a milk crate or an odd object, fill it up with some weight. We're gonna do a bent over row. So stand as close to that object or on top of it if you can, and you're gonna hinge down to pick it up. Hips go back, chest falls down, spine stays straight. And from here, you're gonna row that object to your upper stomach, pull your elbows up to the ceiling, pinch your shoulder blades together, control it back down, and repeat. You can play with the tempo, okay? If you don't have access to a lot of weights, you can slow the movement down. Just make sure your spine's in a good position. We don't want to see you guys here with a lazy posture doing the row, because that's not going to be no good for your back. So 10 or more reps there. Number 2, on your ottoman or couch, we're going to do a pistol sit. So the idea here is to use your legs as much as possible, and try to control it down to the seated position. So you're going to balance on one foot, the other foot is out in front of you. Slow descent under control, hips tap to the box, bench, stool, ottoman, whatever you've got. And then try to come up without too much momentum from your torso, but that's how you're going to make it or scale it or modify it, is to use that momentum if you have to. So you lean back, lean into it to create some forward momentum for you to stand up if you can't do it without help. So 8 on one side, 8 consecutive reps on one side, and then 8 on the other. Finally, we're gonna do a suitcase pillar hold. So when I say pillar, it's basically this position where one knee is up, hip flex to 90 degrees, knee to 90 degrees. And we're gonna do it with a suitcase hold as well. So either with your dumbbell, or if you want something heavier, like a carry-on suitcase or backpack, you can hold that beside your hip, feet together. Deep breath in, brace your core. Same side leg comes up. Try to not deviate from that straight line that you just created. And we're gonna hold that pillar position there for 20 seconds. Switch sides, switch legs. Deep breath, brace up, straight line. Minimal movement as we bring the other knee up, and hold that for 20 seconds on the other side. We'll go through those 3 movements for 4 sets, and that's your strength for today. All right, we've got accessory work for today. So just 3 sets, no Metcon, 3 sets of our accessory work. Our first accessory movement is going to be a reverse fly. So you need 2 lighter dumbbells. I've got 5 pounds, maybe 10 pounds here. If at home you don't have lighter dumbbells, then use something around the house, maybe canned goods or water bottles. And I want you to stand with your feet together, and you're gonna hinge down into our traditional deadlift stance, and hold that position. Dumbbells stay relatively close to your knees as you reverse fly. Okay, with relatively straight arms, you're opening up the chest, getting the weights up away from you, up towards the ceiling, and coming back down. Fly back down. All right, if you've got really light weights, try to hold it at the top, control the tempo. If you got heavier weights, I don't mind a little bit of momentum being used if you need to get them up there. All right, so 12 reverse flies. Then we're gonna go into an elevated bird dog. So from our hands and knees, tabletop position. Take a deep breath in, dig your toes in, and then you're lifting your knees up off the ground ever so slightly. And then from here, you're gonna reach your opposite arm and leg, find your balance on your other two sides. Reach your opposite arm and leg away from one another. Come back down. You really have to work hard, brace through the core in order to stay stable as a tabletop. All right. So you're gonna do that for 5 reps, nice and slow and controlled on each side. Finally, we're gonna do a continuous dumbbell bicep curl. So keep your elbow in by your side. Make sure you're applying force through the pinky there as you curl the dumbbell up and back down. And you're gonna do as many reps as you can continuously without swaying with the back and the hips, without pausing. So if you have to take a pause or a break like this, it's done. Fight your best to keep going for as long as you can. Eventually, you might struggle. It might look like this. That's when you know you're done. All right? So do it on one side and then switch arms and do it on the other. We're gonna do those 3 movements for 3 sets, and that's your accessory work for today.